Hi travelers, Tara here. And I know I have been silent and quiet for, I don't know, I think I did a reading, Friday, Wednesday, last week, something? I don't even know. Today is July 13th or July 12th. It's the 12th. See, I don't even know. And I'm going to be doing an open reading for you. I kind of wanted to, before I get started, bring your attention to a few things. For those of you who were in the Facebook group, and right before I deleted the group, I came in and I asked you guys, whatever you're struggling with, come in and tell me about it, and then I'll try to answer those questions. You can do the same thing on the site underneath the transit watches. You just need to read your charts and see what's posted. The second thing is we have a Mercury-Jupiter sextile between today and, let's say, the 15th. And that's a really, really sweet energy. It's a great time to try to forge ahead on your plans or think about making new plans. For some of you, let me take a look here. Hold on, because I've got my software open. This is going to be Mercury in Leo, sextile Jupiter in Libra. The fifth house of Leo rules children, babies, lovers. This could be about in vitro fertilization. It could be about junior demographics. Say you're working with children. It could be maybe a lover that you meet that might get you pregnant one day. It could be about blended families. It could be about being a godparent, an aunt and uncle, anything like that. And with Jupiter and Libra, this is in the house of partnerships. So this will be a really, really great time to, if not move ahead on your plans, to talk about your plans, lay some plans to get ahead. However, from the, let me look at this again. From the, I have astrology software on my phone, so that's why I'm on the 16th, from the 16th to probably the 19th, maybe the 15th, depending on where you live. 15th to, let's say, the 19th. We're going to have this two weird aspects. We have Mars squaring Uranus and then Venus squaring Neptune. So the Venus square Neptune, the planet of love, squaring the planet of devotion. This could be, hearing fake news or getting information. To you, it may feel really real, or the information may seem very true, but it's a square, and squares bring up conflict. So, pay attention to what your intuition is telling you, but at the same time, I want you to, keep your wits about you, because this can bring up an aspect or a situation where you think everything is exactly the way it appears to be, but it's really not, okay? And I don't want to use the word that delusional quality, but it's just, it's a very vague, those two things are very, very, can be very tricky. Venus with Neptune, okay? The next aspect is going to be Mars square Uranus. Now, this is the ugly one. It's just an ugly one. Because Mars is anger, passion, aggression, war, fighting. Uranus is sudden changes out of the blue. So this could be like all of a sudden, maybe you wake up one morning and you just want to bite somebody's head off. You want to, or this could be either somebody flying off the handle at you from out of nowhere. You don't even know why. You're like, damn, that shit went sideways. What happened? Or you doing the same to another person. Be careful if you're angry and you're driving, because that kind of energy can bring about accidents, tickets, speeding tickets, driving infractions, road rage, accidents in the kitchen, burns, cuts, spills, things like that. So you want to try to be careful of the angry aspects or the angry energy that may come up for you. I would suggest that perhaps the Venus, I don't know, the Venus square Neptune, you know, you might be able to come up with some solutions to some kind of issues that you're having, but there's really that aspect, because it's a square, will tend to bring up some conflicts. So this could be you saying one thing one way and somebody else feeling another way, or they're projecting one thing, okay, but you're feeling another. So it can be a really, and then the Mars-Uranus transit, I think you should try to, whatever, if something comes up for you or a situation occurs, try to take a look at that, and then see, perhaps if you got angry, then try to understand where that impulse came from. Why did that make me so angry? What did that trigger for me? You know, you can't really worry about what the other person is doing, because all you can do is maintain your own control, right? There's also going to be a Pluto Mars. I don't know if it's a conjunction or a square, and that's happening right now. And Mars is sitting in the sign of Cancer. Pluto is in the sign of Capricorn. So this is home, family, hometown, homeland, apartment, property, Cancer, versus work, social status, ambition, social climbing, career, organizations, big corporations. So when Mars and Pluto get together, now Mars is, as I said, he's the god of war. So basically his thing is to get in there, get it done, and forge ahead. He wants to win, okay? And he will fight in order to do that. Whereas Pluto is very, very subtle. Whereas Mars wants to win, Pluto wants to destroy, okay? So, and he will do it very, very subtly. So this is about power struggles, who's in control, who's got the upper hand. And typically when Pluto is involved, Pluto has the upper hand, because he does things in a very subtle way. So this could be somebody pulling strings behind the scenes, or let's say, for instance, you're going through a separation or divorce and there's property involved, and one or the other partner doesn't want to come to some type of agreement. This could be literally somebody pulling the rug out from under you, like they bring up something that happened, and that's why, you know, I shouldn't give this, or I shouldn't pay that amount of money, or I shouldn't do this, or I shouldn't do that. So this could be really, this is about fighting ugly, fighting dirty, fighting hard. Mars could even make that energy spill over into public. So you want to be really careful, and you need to decide if that's the case. I'm using that particular thing as an example, a property dispute or legal dispute of some kind. The reason why I keep saying that is because we have Jupiter in Libra. And so I can understand maybe you wanting to hang in there for the principle of the thing. I understand that. But at some point, you know, if it becomes all too much, don't look at it as, and you decide, you know, look, this is not even worth it. And you decide to not give up, but to just stop fighting. Don't look at that as a failure or a loss. Because sometimes you can't place a value on peace of mind. And I always say the best revenge is living well. So, you know, sometimes you do have to kind of cut your losses, so to speak, and, you know, and then go live well. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do this open reading. And please keep in mind that these messages are general and they will not resonate with everybody. That does require a personal reading. I brought you guys a new thing called the Tarot Circle over on the website. And this is, I'm going to be posting up interpretations of the Rider-Waite card through post. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how to nest that so that you don't have to log in. But know that if you go over to where it says recent post, and I have already posted one up, the World card. So if you click on that, you're going to have to log in, okay? Because I haven't figured out how to nest it where those people who are membership don't. But logging in through that particular post will log you into the whole site, okay? And then once you're into the whole site, you can just do a search up at the top search bars for the video gallery, the, you know, charts, whatever it is you want. I'm working on that. I'm trying to figure out how I can arrange all of that. All right, let's go ahead and lay the cards. Page of Wands. We have a grand fire trine going on today too. So those of you who have, you know, are fire heavy in your charts, you can use that fire energy to fire up your intuition and get ideas or whatever it is you need to do. Okay. Oh, this is a weird energy. Oh, there's that Mars and Leo that I was talking about. Is it in Leo or is it in Cancer right now? Hold on. Let me take a look, because I don't want to tell you something wrong. Yeah, it's in Cancer right now, but it's going to be moving into Leo. Let's see. It will enter Leo July 21st. Well, that's right. That's the day before the Leo birthday. So we're going to be moving into the time of Leo. So there's that. Moon in Cancer, Moon in Sagittarius. Well, isn't that interesting? Remember that grand fire trine? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There it is. Now, I only have the 2 major arcana. There's the 9 of Cups. Isn't that funny? And that's Jupiter in Pisces. Well, this is a funny kind of a spread. It's heavily weighted towards the fire. Page of Wands. The Emperor, who represents the sign of Aries. Page of Cups. It's a water sign. Queen of Swords, an air sign. The Hermit, an earth sign. 7 of Wands. 4 of Cups. 9 of Wands, fire. 10 of Wands, fire. Well, if I was going to see the 10 of Wands in this spread, that's where I'd want to see it, because this is our energy leading out. Now, past, present, future, interplay of the cards. Right in the center, I have this Hermit card. It represents the sign of Virgo. That could be our Mercury that we're talking about. The Hermit represents a singular focus. This is about getting to the essence of something, getting to the truth of something. I see this card sometimes when people are doing some really, really deep soul searching. There's something that they want to do. There's something that they want to change. They are reassessing something. There's a lot of wands here. So I don't know if the wands, the way that I interpret the wands, are about ambition and drive. For some of you, this really could be about work. Maybe some of you are at a place where maybe you might be wanting to retire. Or maybe you're at a place where, you know, you've been at this place you've been working in the same job for the past 15 years, and then all of a sudden you realize doesn't even fulfill me anymore. Or things have changed so much in the workplace, you don't even recognize the place where you're working, and you don't even know what it is you're supposed to be doing. So the Hermit is also a scholar. So for some of you, this could be maybe wanting to go back to college or university, or getting some new CEUs for work. But but it represents a singular focus. This is just really odd the way the cards fell. So I think for some of you out there, this is really a time where maybe even you feel isolated in whatever it is that you're trying to do. And you're just trying to come to terms or come to grips with what does that mean for me? Okay, that's kind of what I'm picking up. Now, across the top, I have these two pages. They are face to face, but in the center, we have the Emperor. Now, the Emperor, the archetype of the Emperor is the father. He represents a father figure. So this could an authority figure. This could be a boss. This could be, you know, a mentor. It could be a patron, a protector. It could be your husband, your mate. He also represents, as a profession, would be perhaps someone who is in the military or a soldier, the police. But if not that particular profession, then he is perhaps someone who wields a lot of power or a lot of authority. He can sometimes be rather standoffish and very stern, but and perhaps a little bit detached. This could also be the energy of someone who is cool on the outside, but explosive on the inside. The Page of Wands is some kind of message or news coming in. This news would be coming from west to east. Now, because this is a past and this is a general reading, there really is no timing in the tarot. For some of you, this may have already occurred. For some of you, this may be happening right now. For others of you, it's going to play out. But this is perhaps a new, maybe a job offer or some new kind of creative endeavor. The wands speak to creativity. But then it's like the energy is blocked by this Emperor. On the other side, I have another offer coming in. This offer has more of an emotional component to it. I do say that whatever this offer is, it is a surprise, so to speak. Why is that? Because there's the fish in the cup. But fish also speak to plenty and abundance. It speaks to spiritual messages because they swim underground. So this is about the subconscious. There are two different types of landscapes here. So one of the landscapes with the Page of Wands is a mountainous region or a desert region, someplace that's hot and dry, an arid kind of a. The other landscape here is by the water, by the sea. So this could literally be a choice or decision that this Emperor is trying to make between the landscape on the left and the landscape on the right. It's two options, two choices. That's really what I'm picking up. Now, across the center, I have this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is typically an air sign. What's interesting is, remember I was talking to you about the Jupiter, Mercury. Well, Jupiter is in Libra, and she represents the sign of Libra. Okay, so in effect, this could be, in a roundabout way, this is our Jupiter Mercury sextile here. They're face to face. She is inviting this hermit to perhaps come out of the darkness. Okay, so this could be about literally, for some of you, ideas starting to surface. Things are starting to happen for you on a mental level. This is what the Virgo Mercury card represents. And maybe some of you have wanted to do some projects and you haven't been able to find your voice yet. And the reason why I say that is because the Queen of Swords can be, as a profession, she could be a writer, a producer, an editor, a blogger. She's somebody who has a way with words. She could even be a judge or a lawyer, a counselor of some sort. But she too has militaristic qualities like this Emperor. So she could also be a dentist, a doctor, a surgeon, a police officer, in the military. Same principle. She represents clear thought and clear speech. She can also be somebody who, in one respect, has a sharp tongue, so to speak. But because she's a queen, this is typically somebody who knows how to tell you off, but kind of do it in a classy manner. They don't curse you out, nothing like that. I don't know though with that Uranus energy. Might be a bunch of cussing going on, but whatever. You might want to keep that in check. So these two are facing each other, but the Hermit himself is really not focused on, he's not, it's a withdrawn kind of an energy, and she's trying to coax this person out. What I'm kind of picking up is it has to do with the lamp. You see, because the lamp of the Hermit not only helps him to see his way through this dark time, but it also represents him being able, other people to find him, other people to find their way. It's sort of like, in one respect, he's withdrawn, but he's also asking someone to, hey, come to where I am. You know, let me tell you what I know. This is a really strange energy. On the backside of that, we have the Mars in Leo. Now, this is an interesting card, particularly for the timing, because the timing speaks to August 12th through the 22nd. This year, on August 21st, we have a total solar eclipse across the United States. They're billing it as the Great American Eclipse. It will be the first total solar eclipse in the United States in 78 years. Now, for those of you on the site, we know that eclipses, if you've read your Eclipse in Retrograde Survival Guide, you know that eclipses hide things. And sometimes we don't know how that's going to play out throughout a whole year. On the 23rd of this month, Mercury goes into shadow retrograde phase. So this could also be what this is telling me here. Communication ceases. It stops. I don't know what the hell's going on. And this could throw you into some kind of tizzy. This is a person who's really just trying to continue on, perhaps with imperfect means. They don't have any clue really how it's going to work for them. They just know they need to keep striving. They need to keep persevering. They're determined to do so. And I always say when this card comes up, to me, it represents some type of internal conflict. And we can see that. That's what the sevens represent. And so this could be sometimes just forging ahead without really knowing what the outcome's going to be. Okay. I always say, though, you're in a better position than you realize, because he's standing over the top of these wands. It would be different if he was down below and the 7 wands were coming at him. So this is somebody trying to beat back or trying to just maintain their position in whatever way, shape, or form that may mean for you. But it also implies that the person has to do this to me, in a hurry. And the reason why I say this is because he's got 2 different shoes on. He's got on a boot, and he got on a shoe. So this could be literally all of a sudden things coming to life. Okay. Sometimes if we don't make, because these 2 cards, the Emperor with the Hermit, imply in a sense a stillness, as well as with the 4 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. There's a stillness here. She's sitting, he's frozen in the snow. He's sitting, he's standing. So it implies some kind of stuck, stalled, or stagnant energy. I do have the 2 4s. Now, 2 4s typically can mean maybe this is about a house move. Maybe this is about trying to regain some kind of structure or stability, because that's what the 4s represent. They represent structure, logic, stability, reason, so it's definitely some kind of change that's trying to occur. Maybe it's been slow. Maybe it's been confusing. Maybe there's been, I'm not really necessarily picking up, there's communication at the top. There's communication, so to speak, here, because it's a swords card. And swords represent thoughts, belief, perceptions, ideas, communication. And maybe this is about an argument or disagreement of some sort. Here we have the Four of Cups. And again, this is an offer. Now, this represents July 12th, so this is the time frame now. So we're moving into that this week. So this is, I think, someone trying to weigh up whatever that is. Okay. Maybe they are, okay, I have this, this, and this. What am I going to do with that? I'm not even sure if I like it, if I want it, if it's even going to be good for me. It's a cup, so it still implies some type of, what do you call it, emotional component. This could be somebody who has decided to stop drinking, perhaps. Maybe they are in rehab. They've taken the time out. Now they've got to think about what they're going to do when they come out. What happens if somebody offers me something to drink or drugs or something? This doesn't read like an addiction issue, but, you know, people have lots of things going on. This Nine of Wands. Now we go from a 7 to a 9. And I have 2 9s in the spread. 2 9s in the spread can speak to extreme isolation. We see that. But it can also speak to, the 9s tell you that you're near the end of a cycle of completion. There's our 10 to tell us that. Okay? Hold on one second. Let me give you the combination of the 2 9s here. Okay? And then it ends with the 9. So two 9s appearing in a reading suggests a house move and or a change of address. So that message is played out twice, even with the 2 4s. And we see that there are 2 different landscapes here. So this really, you know, maybe somebody said, hey man, you know, what are you doing where you are? You're out there, you're struggling. Come on, you know, this could be, you know, come check it out here. Okay? So this really is, and we have so many oppositions going on between Cancer and Capricorn. And, you know, this could be, let's say, for instance, you're in the military and, you know, this is where you are, but that's where you want to go. Okay, so maybe you put in for, you took a test or something, maybe you aced that test, and the news, you're waiting on the news to come in. This is while you're waiting, you know, you're just trying to maintain. But then it might be you end up getting 2 offers and you're not exactly sure which one you want to take. Or, you know, man, if I take that offer, I'm going to have to leave these 3 things behind. Or maybe it's somebody who can't figure out how to add the new thing in with the things they already have. That's quite interesting. One second. I always say that, right? I always say that. So I'm going to go ahead and funny. Now, again, the 2 4s, house repairs. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is somebody trying to upgrade. Remember, we're talking about stability and structure. So maybe this is somebody trying to make repairs or a new foundation. Maybe they're trying to, their house has been in disarray. So now they're, you know, maybe they're trying to, and these are 2 offers, 2 people saying, hey, I can do it for this. Somebody else says, I can do it for that. You know, it could play out either way. Now, the 2 9s says that this is a different interpretation. One of you needs to spend time alone. Well, duh, we see that. So I would say that if this is the case, in terms of a relationship, maybe this is a separation between 2 people, and there's been like a timeout. The 2 4s and the 2 9s, the 2 4s. Like I said, it's a stuck, static situation. Nothing's changed. Nothing's moving. On the one hand, that can be good. On the other hand, it could be, you know, very, very difficult. 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. The 2 9s. Well, the time out, because somebody really got to somebody needs to get their shit together. We see this here with the Hermit card. Now, let me go back and give you, oh, sorry, the other interpretation of the 2 fours. Okay. And then I want to look at something for you. Remember I was saying, it's kind of like, it's a weird, like I said, it's a weird energy. It's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. 2 fours in a spread tells of a safe and secure period of time. And that could be why there's no movement here. In other words, everything is perfect just the way that it is. It's almost like the World card has come out. Okay, that's really what it's like. Everything is perfect the way that it is. Even though we know it's imperfect, even though we know it's not exactly the way that we want it to be, right? It's not the way that we wished, that we hoped for. But right now, everything is fine the way that it is. It's a very, very strange kind of an energy. I want to see if this, either the 7 of Wands, this 4 of Wands next to the Hermit, or even the 4 of Cups says anything. And we see that's touching. When the 4 of Cups appears next to the Hermit, it tells of a gentle inner peace and personal satisfaction and fulfillment coming into your life. It's been offered already. Okay? Here, it's been offered already. There it is. It's been offered already. Now, I want to go back and see if this, 7 of Wands tells us anything. 1 second, next to the Hermit. Because it's a lot of Wands cards. So this tells me there's a lot of energy surrounding this. Even though there may not be anything happening, there is a lot going on in one respect. Okay, nothing about the 7 of Wands. So let's take a look at the 9 of Wands and see what next to this Hermit card, what it may tell us. Well, now, isn't this interesting? Isn't this interesting? Let me tell you guys something. I want to make sure that this is right. Yeah. Listen to this. Well, look at this. Hold on. Where did I see that? Just 1 second. The 9 of Wands next to the 10 of Wands denotes that negotiations regarding real estate, property, buildings, rentals, buying and renovating will be fruitful in the near future. Well, isn't that something? It says if there's a strong inclination, oh no, that's sitting next to the magician. There is no magician here. Well, isn't that something? Isn't that something? So let's see if this Queen of Swords now, I doubt seriously, because she's a court card. So just on general principle, this could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This could even be the person that you're dealing with in terms of the negotiations. This could be the middleman person, so to speak. See the offer to her. Maybe she's driving a hard bargain. Let's go to the Sibyllus. The first thing I want to look at, quite honestly, are these two pages at the top, because they opened the spread and they sit in the corner cards. And it's quite interesting because here we have a wand and a cup. Here we have a cup and a wand. But on the diagonal, cups and wands. This page is coming in to help move this along, this 10. Now, if we add this cup with this, this gives us a 5 of cups. Okay? But pages represent new things. This is, it really reads like 2 offers have come in. Hell, maybe even a third. Now that I'm looking at it. And that's a completely different locale than the desert scene, the beach scene. And this implies that it's some green place. Maybe lots of trees. And we see in this card, this 10 of Wands, someone struggling, I don't know, to get home, to get to a new home, to build a new home. They're not looking where they're going, but they're just kind of forging ahead. If that is the case, then there's something about this offer in this green locale that the person feels, I don't know, beat up, whooped up. You know, they've been through a battle with this. So I don't know if, again, this is some kind of relationship issue. Maybe this is a business deal with somebody. It's just a funny, it's a funny spread. It's just a weird kind of an energy. Maybe there are children involved here. I don't know. One water sign child, one fire sign child. Let's take a look at these 2 pages. Now, one of these offers or the message might have been bold. That's that fire energy. Might have just come out and said, hey, look, this is it. This is what I want to do. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm trying to go. We see that there's some kind of loyalty and fidelity to this. Sometimes this could even be protection. Whatever it is, it has been a huge help. This is the domestic, the donna de servizio. She does housework and errands. Maybe this is somebody who has come in to offer help and assistance for you in some way, shape, or form. Personal assistant. What do I know? That peacock can also be the energy of someone being very proud, or someone who's very conceited, or you know, because not only is a dog offering protection, and you know, it could also be like a block, like, no, you can't come, you know, you know how the, you know, some stranger knocks on your door if you got a dog, and the dog's like barking at the door. He's letting you know you can't step across this threshold. So it could be one of those 2 things. Well, now, this is strange. On the back side, this page of cups, we have the precious presence, which says that this is a gift that's not unselfish. That's probably why it shows up as a cup. Whatever this offer was, I think it came and it was a sincere offer. But then we have the sospiri, the longing, the sighing, and the waiting. And the costanza, which tells me that whatever the offer is, it has not changed. I think it still exists. It's still valid. It's still good. So if this, if somebody has presented an offer to you, even if this is a property deal or something, you might want to reconsider that and think about if you have not. I mean, look, Mercury going into retrograde, typically when you sign things, and this could also be what this is saying, you might want to give it some thought, because if you try to sign it during the retrograde phase, it may not turn out the way that you think it is. It will, okay? There typically negotiations break down, or there's something in the contract that you didn't see, now you can't get out of it. So be very, very cautious with that. And seek counsel should you need. I want to look at these two corner cards because these apply something really great, and these apply like a kind of energy. Huh. This is strange. A lot of times you can get a lot of information just from the four corner cards. Well, isn't that interesting? He came out upside down, the letterato. Now, what I have is the dottore. I was just talking to you about a counselor of some sort. So if this is somebody seeking some kind of medical help, or if it's somebody who you're trying to make a property decision, and it reads like some kind of business deal or property deal or a move of some sort, but there's something else going on here that the cards aren't necessarily bringing forward to me now. So here we have the card of the dottore. Okay, well, I don't need the damn help. I'm the dottore. All right. The letterato, this is the discovery, the man of science, or the man of letters. But he came out upside down. Oh, wrong card. He came out upside down. Which kind of is that energy? Somebody who is either confused or hasn't seen what they need to see, or doesn't know what they need to know about this. There's a discovery that's waiting to happen here. And this could either be the space that the person is in at this particular point. This is a future kind of a card. The depression. This could be somebody who suffers from chronic or clinical depression. Again, it's the same thing. And maybe that's why they don't know what to do with whatever this is. They're unsure about it. Because sometimes a hermit could be the sense that people trying to hide things. Don't hide your light behind the bushel. This could be a public persona. And this is the private person. Maybe this is somebody who really suffers from a lot of isolation and loneliness. And they struggle with that. All right, Ten of Wands. It's just odd that this Nine of Wands would come up. So again, since this is general, this could play out, in many ways. There's a lot of reference to property here and real estate deals. But there's, like I said, there's another component underneath it. Well. Isn't this something? The allegrezza al cuore. That's like the Three of Cups. This is the happiness of the heart. Now, the Sibilas distinguish personal happiness from group and friendship happiness. Allegrezza al cuore. The La Nemica. This is the woman who acts in secret, or the rival. The Viaggio, a transfer, a move, a vacation, or visit. Now this falls on this 10 of Wands. So I don't know if the cards are saying that remember I said there was another component happening here. I'm not exactly, this would imply two things. One, that this La Nemica is the La Nemica to, I don't know, this Emperor Hermit person, or she is the La Nemica to the Queen of Swords. Okay? They are rivals, maybe unbeknownst to each other. Again, it's two choices that this person has. It's two different directions that the person can go in. And I normally don't pick that up with the pages. That would be like a 2 of Wands or whatever. And there are no 2s here. That's what's so interesting about this. You know, I really don't know. I don't know if this says that this is a struggle. This person is either, there's a move back towards this La Nemica, or this La Nemica will prevail in the end. It's a 10 of Wands. We already see that there's some kind of celebration here. And this card not only speaks to burdens, but it speaks to success, you know, and it's right near the end. And what we see, it ends with the 9 of Cups. This is a wish being granted. So I don't really know. Maybe for some of you, there is a third party involved in this in some way, shape, or form. It is these 3 cards here that kind of, you know, kind of at a loss to tell you exactly what they're trying to say. I don't know if this is a return of the La Nemica. You know, I don't know if there's a wish associated with this, whatever it is. So, all right. Wow. Formulate a question in your mind. Maybe the angel answer cards will answer that. I don't know. Now, I don't know if the Queen of Swords is getting a new crib, if the La Nemica getting a new crib. I don't know if maybe that La Nemica is somebody that's involved in that real estate deal. It could be an ex. It could be somebody new. Whatever those 3 cards are talking about, that's coming up in the future. And there's a house move and property all around that spread. And one of you needs to spend time alone. So that implies that there's some kind of relational issue there. You know, but then Jupiter in Libra is about partnerships, all kinds. So, I don't know. It just says you're ready. I don't know what the hell that's talking about. So, isn't that something? I don't know. These cards can be really funny sometimes. Over the full moon, I did a card cleaning ritual for all of my cards. And it's good to do that and clear the energy. Like, I've been wanting to get some new decks, but I'm like, I don't even know if I need to get new decks. couple that I, three actually, three decks that I'm looking at. It's an Ace of Cups. Wow, isn't that something? Let's go to the Angel Answer cards. Wow, isn't that something? Isn't that something? You're ready. All your past experiences have led to this moment. Remember I said it's sort of like the World card was trying to come out? You've studied and grown spiritually in many ways. There is nothing more to do. You're ready to move forward and to embrace the person you know in your heart you are meant to be. Wow, isn't that something? All right, we're going to look at the Ace of Cups here. These cards, I tell you. Keywords: trust, optimism, open, and radiate. Rejoice. When this card appears, it's telling you that you have the potential to achieve everything that you want. There's that Nine of Cups. The powerful energy of love surrounds you. Use it. Listen to your heart. What is it asking you to do? Should you reach out your hand in friendship to someone, offer forgiveness, or make yourself more available? And I think that's what that Queen of Swords was offering to the Hermit. Trust in your ability to create and maintain true, loving relationships. Now is the time to make that happen. Be optimistic and open to all possibilities. Open your eyes, heart, and energy field to receive the bounty that's coming to you. Release any negative thoughts and beliefs around love. They do not serve you, and in fact, can prevent love from finding you. This card is a reminder to focus on your beautiful, loving qualities and let them radiate out into the world. By letting your light and love shine, you will attract your heart's desire. And that's that Hermit holding out that lamp. So that's what I have for you. I hope that message helped. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. And until next time, namaste.